Ready to go?
Yeah, we're ready.
34?
34.
Let's get it.
Episode 34, baby.
We're recording this on Thursday, August 28th. We got Labor Day weekend this weekend.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
You have a race.
Yeah, just a little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only because I had a swim race that I was going to do, and I had to back out of it because I'm doing a different one. It was just better timing.
Yeah.
And they only had one other race to defer to, and it was 7 mile. I was like, hell yeah.
I mean, 7 miler, don't downplay it. That's
we always say the shorter ones are the harder ones.
Yeah.
They are so hard. But I was thinking about this because I actually didn't even know, to be honest, that it was Labor Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I just never look at the calendar with the holidays. But I just never, I don't know. I never was a proponent, I guess that's the word, of Labor Day weekend. And that's probably just because I've never had like a corporate job, so I never got the benefits of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
No,
I guess
it's a nice day off for a long summer where most people go on vacations and it starts like a Q4 grind. So it's enjoy this weekend before September, like the close out of the year. Yeah.
Well, there has to be a backstory behind it. There has to be when we're actually doing labor trades, like physical labor.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know that history.
It's got to be something with like the end of the summer that you were saying, when people were in like the factories or out on doing construction. Like, dude, that I'm sure is where it probably stems from.
We're gonna Google it after this episode and probably be way off, but
Maybe.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I think it works.
I'll shout out them. Yeah, but now we're just sitting in air conditioned buildings on.
Not an air conditioned van.
No, it's hot in here. And you made the mistake of wearing a long sleeve.
Yeah, well, it's fall. Dude, you just reminded me it's fall. The pumpkin Starbucks is back.
They launched it
2 days ago.
No,
It's so back.
The pumpkin cream cold brew.
I don't do
or
it.
Or PSL.
No, I do the black coffee with the pumpkin cream cold foam.
With no pumps.
Right.
Did you get that from me?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Let's go.
But
all right, cheat code. Oh, this is we could talk about
dude,
this.
Hold on. Let me just preface.
Keep going.
The pumpkin, I sound like such a girl right now, but the pumpkin coffee is something I look forward to the entire summer. Like when fall's coming, I'm like, let's go. We're one step closer to pumpkin coffee. Lauren texted me. I forgot to do something at home, not to get into our relationship like bickers, but I forgot to do something at home.
You're in the dog pound?
She texted me she texted me something like kind of smart, and I texted back. I said, "You can't ruin my day. Starbucks pumpkin started today, and I'm enjoying my coffee." I literally said, "You can say whatever you want today. You will not kill my vibe.
But that's how it is.
You will not kill my vibe."
That's what it does, bro. That first sip with the cold foam,
it heaven touched my lips.
Amazing.
So
but that's that little health thing to touch on. It can go a very long way. Yes, they use pumps in the foam, but it can go a very long way of just getting rid of the pumps that are in the actual coffee.
Dude, so Lauren got one.
Because what did they put like 4 in a medium? And a medium's tiny or something like that?
Lauren was ordering one for work, and I was on the phone with her. Later that day, we made up.
Good.
But she was ordering one for work, and she calls me, and she says, "Dude, I'm about to get the venti pumpkin latte. It's listed at 480 calories."
Venti pumpkin latte?
I said, "That's a milkshake, Lauren."
Yeah.
That is.
Well, I mean, that's what a latte is, too.
But I just said, like, that's dessert.
Yeah.
And she was like,
well,
what do I do?
Think about the calories,
the black iced coffee with the pumpkin cold foam. So without the pumps, I think it's not great ingredient wise. Obviously, I think calorie wise, it's only like 100.
Yeah, and
150 maybe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's
macro wise. It's no protein. The latte is gonna have a lot of fat from the dairy, But the cold foam isn't. It can't have that much dairy because it's literally.
Should we talk
foamed up.
coffee add-ins in general?
100%. I'm so down. If you bring up coffee, I will. I could talk about this for 3 hours.
So
But wait, real
both
quick.
huge coffee drinkers.
Massive.
Yeah.
Massive. By the way, I don't know this too. I guess being a health guy, people are surprised how much I'm obsessed with coffee. Because I guess caffeine, they would assume that
it
I
gets
would
a
eat.
very big connotation.
Oh,
Well,
forget
it's
those
like
people.
it's a drug. It's addictive.
Is that because caffeine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, but if you think about those drinks, dude, like you're not getting much protein, so it's mainly the lattes. Lattes are milk with shots of espresso, so it's mainly milk. But they're probably going to be using whole milk because it tastes better. So fats, you get a little bit of protein, but not much. But then it's, dude, the sugar.
Yeah.
Like the rest of those carbs are coming from straight added sugar. But I actually do have a few tips on that.
Let's go.
Because one was the PSL tip, or not the PSL, the cold foam tip.
Yep.
You're still getting some pumps in the cold foam, but the whole point of the cold foam is it foams up, so you're not getting actually that much.
If you yes, and it seeps in.
Yeah, but that first sip, though.
This first sip is
that
so
first
nice.
sip of straight
But
foam.
if you're not, try that first. And if there's not enough flavor, I want your take on this. I used to do it, but the sugar-free vanilla, I didn't love it. I weaned off of it because of I didn't need it anymore. But I did go that route. I figured it was like a Diet Coke substitute. Like it still wasn't. It still wasn't good for you, but better than a Coke.
That's I can even go through how I kind of got from the sugary drinks to black coffee too, because
I've made the same
very
transition.
Similar. Very similar. Which I don't think we got to go back and talk about the pumpkin stuff because I got one more thing on that.
Okay.
But what I actually ended up doing is I used to get the sugary Starbucks drinks when I was in college. Vanilla iced coffee was my go-to. Then once I realized the reality of them,
Everyone's got that coffee that brought them in. Mine was the caramelized coffee from Dunkin'.
ooh,
Yeah.
that probably slaps.
Caramelized coffee from Dunkin' Donuts.
And their mediums are like extra large at
yeah.
Starbucks.
Oh, they're so good.
So then I went from the sugary ones to the
Sugar-free.
not sugar-free, so the artificial flavors. Still okay, better. Like you said, you're cutting the calories and the sugar out. And then once I went from there, I went, I think it was like 4 pumps to 2 pumps, then 2 pumps to 1, then 1 to just almond milk. Oh, that was another change I made. I went from regular milk to almond milk or oat milk. But then I went to just almond milk. When I was at home, this wasn't at Starbucks. When I was at home, I would put vanilla almond milk in it, which kind of helped get that vanilla flavor back. But then I went to vanilla or just regular almond milk and then just a black. But what I would do a lot of times is 2 different ways. I'll make a protein coffee, either with collagen or
If you're
with
making it at
actual
home.
protein. If I'm making it at home,
See-
but no, I did it. I went through a phase where I would make protein coffee every morning or every time I had coffee, and I would bring in a funnel the collagen protein or the protein powder with me.
That's awesome.
So that when I was at I did it all in an airport. I would always bring it, mainly the collagen coffee, literally just because it mixed better in the warm coffee. So I would bring it to Starbucks. I would mix it in, dude. It was so good,
I haven't looked into it.
and it's flavored.
Just to
Salted
chime in,
caramel.
I think Starbucks is coming out with a protein coffee.
Are they?
I would love to see what's in it.
Yeah, dude. Because the way I did it was the sugar-free pumps, they're better, but they are very, very artificial. But if you get a good protein powder, collagen or regular, you can get a natural flavor
Right.
one. But that's like either like you just want to avoid like sucralose, Ace K, those ones. But it'll have natural stevia extract, or you'll see monk fruit. So you can get a natural flavoring through a protein powder, put in the coffee. Huh.
Let me ask you a question I've actually been wondering recently. So, and it was because I got that pumpkin. So, I'm on my way into work. I haven't eaten anything yet. I got the pumpkin. I got the black coffee with the pumpkin cold foam. And like you said, we all know that first sip hitting your lips.
Bro, the
I had
straight foam.
I had it in the car, and then I was thinking I already came to men's with the fact that I was having it, like those extra. I know it's only like 150 calories, but it's stuff that I don't like to have. So I already mentally was okay with that. I'm having it. I accepted it. But then it got me thinking, is this the first thing I want to put in my body to start the day? I was wondering, does that matter? Like if I were to have breakfast first or some sort of protein. Reason I'm asking, you hear videos about what you should have to start your morning to maybe jumpstart your metabolism or things that can set your body up for success on that day. Would it have mattered if I had that coffee prior to eating a meal or if I had that coffee at 10:30 after eating?
There's absolutely so much to this. That's such a good question. But I'm going to answer it at first. It depends.
Yeah.
So,
Of course, it depends, Anthony.
But a couple things. So, dude, absolutely. The first thing that you have in the morning, like food wise, I think I would recommend everyone first thing in the morning have water or electrolytes. Just get hydration in you. But in terms of food, absolutely, because one of the biggest problems and America's biggest problem is obviously the overconsumption of sugar.
The sugar to start the day is no bueno.
But to start the day, because think about it.
I knew that too. I took the sip. I was like, that's so good. And then I'm driving in and I'm like, I should have waited.
As you were saying that too, the reason, because I will have a cold foam, pumpkin, Jesus, I can't even think of it. Pumpkin cream cold foam.
Will you?
It's a tongue twister. Yeah, without the with the stuff in it. But only on like my long weekend activities as like a helps me get through that workout and then a nice little reward.
Right.
But yeah, because dude, if we wake up, think about it, we're completely rested for 7 to 8 hours. Our body has what it does during the middle of the night is it completely clears out all the negative stuff, right? So any blood or any sugar that's circulating in the blood, it's gonna store it either in the muscle or in the in the body. Could go to body fat, but then you wake up and you instantly jack your blood sugar right back up. Is not good because then your body is already automatically first thing in the morning before you do any movement going to be in an inflamed state because sugar is inflammatory. Now, in your case, number one, how much sugar is in those things, bro? If there's 100 calories, it can't be that much, right? 2, you are very active, so you're gonna use that. Like even though it's first thing in the morning, that sugar that you eat in the morning, you're gonna use it for your afternoon workout. So you're gonna be using it. The problem is when, for most people who are very sedentary, you have that sugary drink. You sit down in your chair in your office all day, but then you don't do any physical activity after to use the sugar.
Right.
That's where it's a really big problem. And that's
Sorry,
also,
I'm trying to find the phone.
I actually really want to know. So, but you're probably not gonna be able to find it in just.
I know because they do the whole.
Ask ChatGPT. Stop googling. We're not in a
It
Google
says
area
Starbucks
anymore.
pumpkin cream cold foam, 110 calories.
For 2 pumps.
Well, because they put the pumps in the foam.
Yeah, but how much are you actually getting in the coffee? Because they can't fit that much foam.
Yeah.
But perfect example. Like, if you do some quick math, let's just say it was 110 calories, and let's even just assume let's just say all of those were carbs and sugar. You're only getting about, I mean, that's still a good amount. 28 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
That's if all of the calories were from carbs. So think about that now. Think about you get rid of 4 pumps because you don't put it in the coffee. It's just in the cold foam. It can get very dangerous because then right away you have a blood sugar problem first thing in the morning.
I know. I didn't like that.
But no, it's different for you because you're active.
I know, but I don't want to lean on that excuse. I'm not that active.
But what I look forward most, when I would have it most, is get a morning workout in. So you're not going to have caffeine before, or at least I don't. I like to just get right into it. And then that thing, once you sit down for work, after a nice workout, you get the hard thing out for the day, you're sipping on that thing, you will not even question whether you want to have it or not. Because
Yeah, I was
it's
questioning.
like, this is damn earned.
I was for sure
Dude,
questioning.
It's the best way to have it.
I need to hear what your comment was on the pumpkin. I'm just obsessed with the pumpkin coffee. Or did you cover it?
Oh, before. Okay, so the whole protein thing that I was going through.
Yeah.
So First Form, actually, shout out, no free shout outs, they actually have a pumpkin spice latte flavored protein.
Oh.
Now, I don't have it anymore because I don't love the ingredients. This is after I learned. But there are plenty of companies out there that will have like a naturally flavored pumpkin protein. Get that. I've actually, hold up, so put it in. I've actually made a cold foam with it. So I didn't do it with the pumpkin one, but I did it. I use First Form natural salted caramel collagen, and what I would do is I don't know if I did it with real milk or if I did it with almond milk. I can't remember. I think I did it with like real like raw cream, so that it actually worked. Very little bit of cream, half a scoop of that protein powder. I used a frother, so I have it anyway just for all my supplements. Bro, it made the perfect foam. Poured it over the coffee. I mean, it was definitely not the same, but it was so good, dude.
Dude, there's so many recipes too on social media, healthy, and probably YouTube. I guess you can factor that in as social media. Healthy cold foams you can make. I made one the other day in the Bullet blender.
Yeah.
It was just vanilla Fairlife.
Yeah.
And a banana, and it was like a banana cold foam right over the bought Starbucks.
Dude, I think that might have been what it was. I think I used like
so
a very
good.
little bit of Fairlife.
To add the protein.
It might have been flavored. I forget. And then you use one of those frothers. You can get them so cheap on Amazon. Bro, you hold it there for like 3 or 5. That thing is... And then also you save $100 from getting Starbucks.
Yeah. But to rewind... You can get very carried away with your Starbucks orders.
We'll keep it even more broad with many coffee orders. Dunkin' is very guilty of this too.
Yeah.
I've seen a video, and I'll actually give him a shout out. I don't know what his name's Bobby. He's on Instagram all the time. His company is I think it's Flavor, something like that. But he talks about, he'll go into Dunkin'. You've probably seen this on social media. He'll go into Dunkin', Starbucks, any of these, and he'll order like one of those really bad drinks, the sugary drinks, and then next to it he'll fill an empty cup of the same size with the amount of sugar that is in it. So he'll literally pour sugar into the cup that's equivalent to the amount. Dude, it is scary. Some of those Dunkin' ones, now these are the like extreme ones, probably like a frap from Starbucks. 100 grams of carbs, straight add sugar.
That doesn't mean a lot to people, but 100 grams of carbs, and how many carbs should a general person, 145 pounds, be having a day? That's a female, obviously, 130 pounds.
Let me frame it this way instead, because it depends on physical activity.
Yeah, I know.
But let me frame it this way instead to actually answer this. What's crazy, and I don't know the exact numbers, but I know it's around this. Way back when, our ancestors growing up, before the whole idea and the processing of food, people were probably consuming 5 to 10 grams of added sugar per day. Per day?
Added sugar.
Added?
And then
it was sugar.
Other sugars were coming from fruits.
It was all fruit.
Yeah.
So sugar, added sugar as in like it was cane sugar, which is still natural, kind of natural sugar, but they weren't consuming sugar the way we were. Their form of carbohydrates were from fruits, honey, raw maple syrup, breads, like all just like real whole food, sweet potatoes,
breads, no?
Veggies.
Nothing like the breads we're having.
No, it's homemade bread.
Yeah,
homemade bread. So don't quote me on that, but that is very eye-opening, which is why, like, I'll use myself as an example, dude. Like, you know how much I'm into this performance nutrition, but one of the things I hate most about it is literally straight around carbohydrates and sugar. And even though I know I'm doing it right, and I'm not doing it to the point where, and I looked into this for so long, to the point where all of that extra sugar is detriment to my health. What I learned from all this is, dude, I'm consuming around 400 to 500 grams of carbs per day. A lot of them are from sugars, especially during the workout. But I actually learned with the amount of physical activity that I'm doing, I would have to consume up to like 800 in order for me to put myself in an unhealthy spot, aka insulin, body fat increase, pre-diabetes. So the biggest thing coming out of this, if you want to have these sugary drinks, is physical activity, so that you actually put them to use. But I don't know, man. Like, they are so addictive because they're not filling.
They're so good.
They'll satisfy you in the moment, but then you're so hungry after. But what it's gonna do is it's gonna instantly get you craving more sugar because it's addictive. Dude, sugar is just as addictive as many drugs. And they actually done study. They've compared the addiction between like sugar and cocaine. And it's actually wild. But it's all because of the dopamine system and stuff like that. So the other point, I'm bringing this all back around. The other point about the sugar in the morning is it's going to set the rest of your day up for failure. So if you have that sugar, a lot of sugar right in the morning, you're just going to crave sugar throughout the entire day, and then that's why you're going to have a 2 p.m. crash.
Right.
Because it's going to bring a very high followed by a very low. One very simple that you were getting at, very simple ad that you can make is a high protein breakfast. If you have that Starbucks coffee with a very high protein breakfast, the protein is going to, and even healthy fats like avocado, is going to slow down the digestion and absorption of the sugar. So you're not going to get as high of a blood sugar spike. And then you're also going to help prevent that 2 p.m. crash. So it definitely depends. But my biggest recommendation, if you want that sugary coffee but want to prevent that crash and that craving, is around the workout.
You want to talk about some of the benefits to coffee?
Yeah.
I've heard some good things lately.
Yeah, so let's be very clear.
Mm-hmm.
This is straight black, real coffee. Yeah, so one with caffeine. Caffeine does have a bad rap. Caffeine, in the right amounts and the right quality, the quality of caffeine is something that not many people know about. In the right amounts and the right quality, and this is why coffee and tea is one of the best forms of caffeine, is because it's natural.
Tea, yeah, let's not leave tea out.
Yeah, it's natural, right? Tea, you're getting the caffeine from the leaf. Coffee, you're getting the caffeine from a bean, right? Real foods that have been in this world forever. One, you're definitely going to get, obviously, a cognitive enhancement from it. Performance-wise, that's why we have caffeine in the morning, to get our brain moving throughout the day. Energy, of course, because this is the whole thing with cortisol. So have you heard about how Huberman always talks about, like, don't have your caffeine within 30 minutes to 90 minutes of waking?
Yes.
The only reason for that is because when you wake up, your cortisol is at its peak, so your energy levels are at its peak. Caffeine, what it does is when we consume caffeine, it spikes our cortisol. So his whole point is if your cortisol is already at its peak, the caffeine isn't going to really do anything. I don't really follow that just because, one, I love coffee. It's more of a ritual and a routine for me, which is another big thing. I love the ritual and routine around coffee. But essentially, it's going to spike the cortisol to get your energy, get your brain performance. In terms of physical activity, caffeine is a performance enhancer, for sure. Now, this I'll touch on real quick, too. It depends on, if you're an endurance athlete, you can overdo caffeine. Because what it's going to do is, if you overdo it, it's going to raise your heart rate. And if you're an endurance athlete, you want to regulate your heart rate as much as you can. So around 100 milligrams seems to be the sweet spot for that.
What's an average cup of coffee?
Good question. I would say like a 12-ounce black coffee, you're probably sitting around 100 milligrams,
Okay.
100 to 150. Um, I don't think these Starbucks drinks have as much, unless you're
They
getting
don't.
black, because it's not much coffee.
Right.
But then there is definitely an overuse of caffeine. The general recommendation is not to go over 400 milligrams. That depends on caffeine tolerance. That depends on gender, body weight, all of that. Above 400, dude, like, yeah, you're getting into some trouble, just because you're just messing with your entire body, your hormones, it can't regulate. So there is a very right way to do caffeine and a very wrong way. Another wrong way is the synthetic caffeine. So the reason that caffeine from coffee and tea is good because it's natural. I'll shout out another one, yerba mate. It's another type of tea, natural as well. But these synthetic ones, like pre-workouts, energy drinks,
Oh, yeah.
bro, these things. So it's just like
Calling out some brands or no?
yeah, we can. I mean, but it's all.
Yeah.
It's mostly all, unless they're naturally flavored or they have natural caffeine. So you'll see on some energy drinks, it'll be a green tea extract or even a coffee bean extract. Like that's what you want to look for. Still not great, but good. But think about this. A good analogy for this is what we were just talking about: fruit versus the table sugar, right? Fruit gets digested and absorbed in our body differently because it has other things, nutrients and stuff like that with it. Same idea here versus natural caffeine and synthetic caffeine. The synthetic caffeine, dude, oh, that's why people have like crazy rushes or sometimes like insane heartbeats
Yeah.
is because it's going straight to the effect. While natural is more of kind of like a delayed one. I would really focus on the quality of caffeine that you're consuming.
Good. I've never gotten into the pre-workout, thankfully, but
I
a lot of
was.
my buddies have.
I was big time, bro. I'll call myself out in rugby, bro. We would literally either what's it called, dry scoop it.
Like what, C4?
No, I was with first form at the time, so it was all first form stuff. Dry scoop it, or open up the thing. You know the dust of pre-workout comes out. Shove your nose in that thing.
No.
Dude, disgusting. Disgusting.
Oh,
and I say this because I was also guilty. And then I completely weaned off of it. But to get me off of the pre-workouts, I went from a caffeinated one to just a cognitive enhancer. It's called neurotropic. So I got one without caffeine, but it was a cognitive enhancer.
And who's making that for you?
BPN used to make it. I don't get it anymore because they stopped making it. First Form has some. There's a bunch that have them.
Are there?
Just look for like non-caffeinated neurotropics. NOO tropics.
Nice.
Yeah, those. Yeah, it can be very wrong or right.
I like that.
Yeah.
That was a rabbit hole we didn't think we were going down.
By the way, I'm gonna also be on the other side of the norm here. Give me the darkest coffee bean you can find. I don't want this medium, this light brew. No. I want it to taste like dirt.
I think I'm like a blonde roast guy.
Yeah, you're just a loser.
You think so?
No, I'm abnormal.
You think that's abnormal? Or do you think more people tend to go for I feel if you're drinking black, more people tend to go your route.
If the person you're talking to drinks black coffee, they will most likely like the darker ones because they just like black coffee in general. For anyone that doesn't like black coffee, I feel like they'll want the
I drink black coffee and prefer the blonde.
Yeah, that's why we're all different.
Yeah, that's true.
Another thing I'll throw in there that I've actually been doing is I've been adding salt to my coffee.
I have not tried this yet.
So,
I tried it once with you.
Yeah, I did give it to you once.
But I haven't ran it back.
So I started this because Element, LMNT, is another
a lot of
electrolyte
spelling
company.
from you today.
It's an electrolyte company.
I know. I'm just saying.
I wanted to give it to them just in case I want to look it up. But they had a chocolate flavor. So I started with, when I was doing the ultra, like the crazy long distance running.
Chocolate flavor what?
I'm going to get there.
Oh.
I would start my day with chocolate flavor electrolytes from Element. Because I'll get caffeine, I'll get my electrolytes, and then I go for my run. So that's how I started. And then when I stopped taking that and I went back to regular coffee, like, bro, I don't know what it is, but it changes the flavor of it.
The salt.
The salt does. It kind of like, especially in dark coffee, I guess like settles the bitterness a bit. But I also just love salt. My body's always craving salt. But now what I do is just a little pinch. I'll still even do the collagen coffee, and I'll do like a little pinch of salt, like an eighth of a teaspoon, like just a little guy, and it brings down the bitterness just a touch. It's beautiful, beautiful.
I gotta have a dark roast and try the salt.
It works very well with very bitter and dark coffees.
I'm craving a coffee.
So that's another thing, because now I have a caffeine curfew. I had to create one.
Yeah. What time?
So ideally before 1, but usually before noon. Because, dude, I growing up, my Nana and Pop, Italian, we would have coffee after dinner. It would be 11 p.m. Hey, who wants another round of coffee? Like, I had never had a problem going to bed with coffee. I grew up with it. But it significantly affects your phases of sleep.
No doubt.
Specifically REM, which is like your memory one. So I realized like this entire time, it was just a lose-lose. Like I was having coffee just because I love coffee, but I was just screwing my sleep.
I bought the decaf for my house.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I can have
does
a
it
cup.
taste different? Have you had it yet?
Yeah, it's good.
Taste the same?
Yeah.
See, I feel like that'd
that
just be a tease for me.
No.
I guess not if it tastes the same.
No, it's actually fine.
I wonder how much caffeine they do have in them, because they do have a little bit.
Do they?
Like, I'm sure it's like under 50 milligrams.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I actually didn't look into it. But Lauren, like, sometimes we'll have tea, and I always go for, like, the decaf. And I was like, I might as well I like coffee. I might as well just buy the decaf coffee.
You're a big green tea guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I remember that. Well, so tea versus a coffee bean, tea naturally has less caffeine in it, too. So, especially when you go decaf, that's why there's so little. But tea will always, majority of the time, have less than coffee.
It's nice in the winter. I enjoy it in the winter.
On the coffee note, you want to hear something interesting, too?
I would love to.
So, coffee bean, grind it up. Then you have coffee grounds. Then you can make your coffee however you like. You can do a pour over, which is I literally put in this little pour over thing, and I just pour water over and it seeps through.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the natural way to do it. A Keurig does the same thing, where it literally pokes a hole in the top. You have the grounds in there, and it pushes the hot water through. So you're literally it's water just like seeping through the coffee grounds.
Right.
A cocoa bean, so chocolate bean, is very similar to a coffee bean. If you grind it up, you have cocoa powder. It has caffeine in it.
Don't you call it cacao?
I do, but I've been getting
Okay.
some slack on that.
Okay.
Cacao.
Don't let people get to you.
There's no difference to me.
I know.
I don't. What is there a right one?
It's whatever you think is right.
It's whatever my heart feels.
It's right.
But coffee and chocolate are actually very similar. We've just processed the hell out of chocolate. So I kind of want to do an experiment.
I was going to say, have you ever tried it?
I want to do an experiment because I have that pour over. I wonder if I got to check the caffeine levels, though, for like...
It's got to be not that much.
It's got to be somewhat similar.
You think?
I think it's probably similar.
Caffeine-wise?
Yeah, because they're both bean-based. Like, they come from, like, the same plant species, I think. So they're
I'm going to need to hear these results.
They're very similar, but different tasting. I don't know. I got to look into it, but I kind of want to try a pour-over chocolate drink.
All of a sudden, there's going to be, like, Anthony Rusmano pour-over chocolate coffee shops popping up everywhere.
But I say that, too. Yeah,
We'll come up with a good name.
It wouldn't be Anthony. It'd be...
Yeah. Sponsor.
But Another note on that, going to the benefits, is those beans, coffee, and even chocolate, so cocoa powder, have antioxidants. Antioxidants are very good for us. Have you heard of antioxidants?
Mm-hmm.
You know what they're about?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll give a quick little run through. Very good for us. When we have processed foods or negative stuff from the environment coming into our body, they're called free radicals. Just think of them as bad things that we want to get out. Antioxidants go in, get rid of those bad boys.
Oh, let's go.
So that's why people supplement with them. Berries are another one that have antioxidants. You probably heard of that too, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but they help get rid of the toxins in our body.
I love that.
Yeah,
I need to get rid of the toxins as much as possible.
we all do.
All this to say, go get the fall coffee drinks, but do it right.
Pumpkin. No, I actually do like the pumpkin spice lattes too. By the way, that's another thing. Get them with almond milk. You'll do a lot, or oat milk. You'll do a lot of saving.
Yeah, what would you prefer? Is it just taste for the almond oat?
No, it's actually whether you prefer more fats or carbs. Oats are gonna have more carbs. Almonds gonna have more fats.
Makes sense.
Because, dude, literally all it is you blend up the almonds or oats.
Right.
I think I went through this.
Yeah,
I definitely
we were
have.
talking about this.
Blend up the almonds or oats. Put it in water. Let it soak in. Let it sit there. And
'Cause
then
you made your
you just separate the two.
We were talking about
Very similar to coffee, actually. I prefer almond milk. I think it has more flavor to it, but one and the same.
I think I like almond too.
That's it right there.
That's right. I don't have milk that much though. Like rarely ever.
No, me neither. Because it's hard to find really good milk. And if you like Whole Foods, have you ever seen them? They have them in the big glass bottles. They're very expensive.
Gotcha.
And then also there's this milk called A2 milk. Are you falling over?
Yeah, but that's okay.
There's this thing called A2 milk, which is a different kind of milk that a lot of people that are lactose intolerant can have. But I don't really either because most of my dairy comes from cottage cheese and yogurt.
Oh yeah, you eat yogurt nonstop.
And cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Don't miss out on that.
No, I'm sorry.
That's the best one. So, all right, real quick. Drink of the fall is definitely a pumpkin cream cold foam.
Yes.
With no pumps in the actual coffee. What's the drink of the fall from Dunkin'?
I don't know.
You're a Dunkin' guy.
No, not for fall. I'm not.
No?
No.
Did you completely switch? Because you used to be through and through Dunkin' guy.
Well, no. So I started Starbucks, then went to Dunkin'. Starbucks for fall always because of the pumpkin cream cold foam. Dunkin', I'm getting a black coffee from Starbucks and a black coffee from Dunkin'. The Starbucks one is a little bit better, but I also do like the Dunkin' one, the black, and it's like $2 cheaper.
Yeah.
So
that's why
I noticed it when I went the other day for the pumpkin cream for the cold foam. I actually ended up just going black from Starbucks. I got in line and I was like, I don't need it today. So I got black.
Yeah.
And it was like 5 something and the Dunkin' is like 3.
But I will say that's where I'm really stubborn is I will do anything not to buy coffee out.
Yeah.
Anything.
I'm not great at that.
But that's also where I have the advantage of my schedule.
Right.
But
nothing. I don't even know if Dunkin' has. They have a cold foam. I think they tried.
they do now, yeah.
But I don't know.
But that large frap, I can't get it out of my head.
We used to. I've said it on here before. Me and my mom used to take us for Dunkin' every day.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
It was just a sugar milkshake for breakfast.
I was gonna say frappuccinos might as well just be called milkshakes.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Not what we were planning on talking about, but that was lit.
Not at all.
If you get me talking about coffee,
I know. Once I brought up coffee, I was like, this is an episode.
I'll close with this. One of my bucket list items. I want to do like a South American coffee tour.
Oh, we talked
Go to
about
like
this.
Colombia, Peru, Argentina,
I would
Brazil.
do that.
Dude, that would be amazing.
Should we get something booked?
Don't put that in my ear because I
know.
gotta get it done at some point. So yeah, we should.
I'm with it.
I'll talk to my boy because we're already trying to plan an Argentina trip. We'll make it happen.
Bet.
Appreciate everyone tuning in.
Yeah.
We're going to get right into episode
I
35.
hope you enjoyed coffee. If you're not a coffee drinker, I apologize.
Yeah. If you're not, you should start
You should
drinking
go
coffee.
try that pumpkin cream cold brew, though.
It might change it.
It really will.
Last thing, let's give them a little teaser for the next episode.
You go ahead and do that.
Kind of touches on what we were talking about.
Yeah, body fat.
We're talking about weight loss, but specifically when we talk about weight loss, body fat. So I'm going to give everyone kind of the layout of what I would personally do if I was losing body fat. Not what they should do, what I would do, and then hopefully they can take what I would do and put it into themselves.
Cool. If you want advice on how to put on body fat, I'm your guy.
By the way, I want to do that episode later. We're going to do, so this is going to be how to lose body fat. We're going to do another topic episode of how to gain lean muscle. So
I don't know if I'm your guy for that. I can just tell you how to eat.
Instead of losing weight, we don't use the terms losing weight and gaining weight.
Oh.
We use the terms lose body fat, gain lean muscle. That's what we want to do. We don't want to lose weight.
Yes,
and
Coach.
We're going to touch on why
Don't point at me.
in episode 35.
Okay, there we go. Have a week.
Have a week.